Ross Coulthart says that Elon Musk is read into the UFO program. We've got that and more to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. Here's what Ross has to say about Elon Musk.
And let's be honest about it, if Elon Musk had been briefed into a UFO crash retrieval program, and if he had been told by the Defense Department that his SpaceX contract was dependent on keeping it secret, I'm sure he would keep it secret. I am told, in fact, I've been told, not necessarily officially, but I've been told by people who are aware of what Elon Musk and SpaceX are up to, that he has been read into parts of the program. But at the moment, he's taking the position he's taking. Let's see how long that lasts for.
Have you ever?
Okay, so there you go. Read into parts of the program. What do you think that means? You know, crash retrievals, just the mere existence of UFOs, and hey, watch out for these guys because they're in space and you might hit them. You know, what exactly does this mean? What parts of the program has he been read into? Is SpaceX involved in any of the investigations into these objects or dealing with them in any way, like putting lasers in space to, as weapons against them or anything like that? You know, is he involved in what the control group is doing, I guess is what I'm trying to say? Or is he just advised to, keep your eye out for these objects because they do exist? Either way, he, like Ross says, he is taking the public stance that they don't exist. So hopefully he will change his tune publicly if he's actually doing something else privately. That definitely doesn't sound good to me to say one thing and do another, but that is how they all do. When you are read into these programs, you are obligated to lie about it. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, guys. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating, but that's how it always has been. But you know what is less frustrating? Cool UFO videos. And here we have further proof of the two objects seen in Las Vegas. Scott Roeder was talking about how it wasn't just one UFO, the meteor, quote-unquote meteor that we've all seen. There were actually two objects. So let's take a look, by way of Chaos Moogle, of these two objects. All right, we got the arrow. Where's the object, Chaos Moogle? Where is it? Oh. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Two objects. Two objects. I hope my screen grabber doesn't cut that off. Let me minimize that so you can see that more clearly. All right. Just in case my screen grabber is cutting stuff off. There you can clearly see that the meteor that we're familiar with was accompanied by another object. That is wild, guys. That is wild. Here we go. Here's a close-up. So, could that be a piece of the meteor breaking off if it was a meteor? Or is it a second UFO? What do you think that second object is? How does it relate to the first object? Were they flying in a fleet or a formation and one crashed and one didn't? What is going on? They're clearly having different characteristics. The, one object here has a trail behind it, like meteors do. Of course, fireball UFOs often seem to have trails behind them too, which is why people call them fireball UFOs. So could we be looking at two different categories of UFOs? Or are we looking at a meteor and something falling off of it? I don't know, but because of the other high strangeness that has occurred around that Las Vegas incident, I'm thinking two UFOs, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, in other news, this is really intriguing. Okay, this is courtesy of Joe Murgia. Lieutenant Tim McMillan wrote, Brandon Fugel, can you confirm that all your prepared presentation materials went missing from your hotel room the night before, forcing you to use a backup set for the briefing? What? His stuff went missing? His stuff was stolen? That's crazy. And we're, of course, talking about the meeting with the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick that the lovely doesn't even remember that it occurred, right? Right, that's the story, right? What meeting? 2018? I didn't meet with Brandon Fugel. Oh, there was a meeting with in 2017. Hal Pudolph was there. I don't recall any 2018 meeting with Brandon Fugel. Never happened. Never happened. But Brandon Fugel is confirming not only did it happen, and he's got pics to prove it, and he shared them, and I've shared that with you. But even weirder, his briefing material vanished from his hotel room. What? What? Confirmed, he said, the flash drive containing the briefing was stolen from my room, which was the presidential suite of the Grand Hyatt, Washington, D.C., the morning of the briefing, while locked and attending a quick meeting at my Colliers International D.C. office located nearby. And here's the picture of the Colliers International office where he was at, while somebody, probably not Sean Kirkpatrick, but somebody, some lovely individual out there, was making off with Brandon's briefing material. That is wild, guys. That is wild. So who was doing that? You know, obviously my mind goes to the control group. I don't know who else would want to steal this stuff, and for what purpose. If he's going to meet with Sean Kirkpatrick the next day or later that day, what is the purpose of stealing his briefing materials? So that he can't brief Sean Kirkpatrick, so Sean has plausible deniability? Well, he already denies it. He's denying it. He would have denied it anyway, but I guess he would have had, I don't even know how this makes sense, guys. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Let me know how you think it makes any sense, because the briefing materials were stolen, and Brandon didn't even need them. He didn't need the briefing material. That's the interesting stuff. He got up to give the presentation to the gathering, including Sean Kirkpatrick, and Sean said, wait a minute, you don't even need to convince us of UFOs. Don't bother wasting our time. We know the reality of the UFO phenomenon. So, how would that have benefited them to get rid of these briefing materials, since the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick didn't even need it? So I don't think it was related to him exactly. It had to be something else going on there, but I can't quite make sense of what that would be. Maybe just stealing evidence? Who knows, guys? It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Let me know what you think. But in other news, Stephen Greer. Stephen Greer is making the news again. Stephen Greer is making the news. Yeah, that's right. He is finally releasing his document dump, guys. It's here. It's here. And here it is right here. That's the mummies of Nazca. But here we go. Here we go. The Disclosure Project Intelligence Archive. Check it out. It is online, and you can join, and you can peruse this massive wealth of documentation that Stephen Greer has spent decades compiling. So I can't wait to dive into that. I haven't had time to dive into it yet. If you have, let me know what you guys think, or if you've seen some other people sharing their research into their own deep dives, please let me know, because I'm very curious what can be found in this amazing archive. Or I would think that it would be an amazing archive by Stephen Greer. So very cool stuff, guys. Very cool stuff. Also, Stephen Greer is saying that the whistleblower protection goes into effect in June. I think late June. I've heard June 22nd is when the whistleblower protection goes into full effect, according to Stephen Greer. So very exciting that we might, after that time, get the whistleblowers to come out. Now, I haven't seen it corroborated that is indeed the correct date. So, we're just going on what Greer has to say here. But that is what Dr. Stephen Greer says. And, I have no reason at this time to dispute it. So let's just say that is the time. Could that be what is holding up 2024? Right? Because we were told 2024 was going to be an amazing year of UFO disclosure. And so far, it's kind of been lukewarm, right? It's kind of been lukewarm. Could they have been waiting for June? Is that the holdup? So we've got June, and then we have Lou's book coming out, theoretically. And maybe then things will really start hopping in the latter half of this year. And sooner or later, we're bound to get David Grush's op-ed, right? I mean, that's got to come eventually. They can't hold it from us forever, I don't think. Can they? Maybe they can. Maybe they can. But either way, guys, there's a quick roundup of some of the stuff that's going on right now. I've had a busy day. It's Mother's Day. I can't spend too much time making this as smooth as I would have liked to have made it, or as long as I would have liked to have made it. But there you go. There's a quick rundown of some of the stuff going on. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I hope you're going to go out and have a great Mother's Day and really have a good celebration and all that kind of good stuff. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Smash. Buy some merch. Become a channel member. Love you guys. And I will see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.